Hey, good evening, everybody. Blitzball Champ is back. A brand new video for each and every one of y'all here on the U to the Tube. So, I wanted to kind of talk about a couple of things that have been on my mind, pro wrestling related, that I just really kind of wanted to dive into and give my thoughts on. Um, so, let's go ahead and get started with this. So, first off, I wanted to mention that this week, this Thursday, NXT UK will be starting back up, and they're starting back up in quite a big way with the NXT UK Heritage Cup Championship tournament. And actually, I wanted to pull up the list of competitors. So here we go. So this tournament will have 8 superstars, and this will crown the first ever NXT UK Heritage Cup champion. So let's go through the names of the competitors. We got Flash Morgan Webster, got Noam Dar, got Alexander Wolf, we got A Kid, we got the Bomber Dave Mastiff, we got Trent Seven, Joseph Connors, and a final wild card entrant yet to be determined. So a surprise entrant. This is an interesting lineup. I really like the lineup that's here. I'm pretty big on Noam Dar. I definitely enjoy his in-ring work, especially back in the Cruiserweight Classic. We got Alexander Wolf, who is another member of Imperium. A Kid has been pretty cool to watch. The Bomber Dave Mastiff has been pretty dominant throughout his whole NXT UK career. Trent Seven, one half of Mustache Mountain, but has also got some experience as a singles competitor. Got Joseph Connors, and wonder who this final wild card entrant's going to be. It'll be cool to see who that is. But what's interesting about this tournament is that there's a specific set of rules that it goes by, which is under British rounds rules. So let me kind of explain how that works. So this is British rounds rules. So all matches will consist of 6 3-minute rounds. All matches are 2 out of 3 falls. So not just 1 fall, 2 out of 3 falls. Falls can be won by pinfall, submission, or countout. Once a fall occurs, regardless of who it is, once a fall occurs, the round ends instantly. The match ends whenever a wrestler has successfully earned 2 falls. In the event of a disqualification or knockout, the match instantly ends without the need for 2 falls. If all 6 rounds are completed, whoever is ahead on falls wins the entire match. So whoever has the most falls by the end of 6 rounds wins the match. There will be a 20-second break between each round. So 6 rounds and a 20-second break between each round. And each round is 3 minutes long. So, and then going forward, whenever this Heritage Cup is defended, it'll be defended as a championship and under those same rules. So, this is pretty neat. Who knows? This could potentially be the NXT UK mid-card title. You know, because they really didn't have one previously. You know, they had the NXT UK Championship, NXT UK Women's Championship, and the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. So, you know, they're throwing in a mid-card title. And that's cool. I think that's cool. I think that works nicely. So, it kind of reminds me of how they would do the Impact Grand Championship back in Impact Wrestling. But yeah, this is neat. This is really neat, and I'm just happy to see NXT UK returning. They've had some great matches on NXT UK, some great takeovers. Takeover Cardiff is still one of my favorite. NXT UK Takeover Cardiff, still to this day, is one of my favorite overall takeovers. I mean, I enjoyed every moment, every match of NXT UK Takeover Cardiff. Still a favorite of mine to this day. So definitely looking forward to that. That starts back up September 17th. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Um, Switching gears away from WWE for a second, I want to switch gears to Stardom. So they got the 5-star Grand Prix tournament going on in Stardom, and it's been pretty exciting. It's been very exciting. Um, I've had my eyes on Himeka, on Konami, Utami, Hayashishita. Um, Julia's starting to make a comeback. Um, there's names on there that are rising up in the ranks, and I've just definitely been enjoying this tournament. Um, Also, wanted to give a shout out and my condolences to Shuri Kondo, one of the members of Donna Del Mundo, who last week lost her mother. That was why she had to miss one of the Stardom shows. So my prayers and condolences go out to Shuri and her family. And it was good to see her to be able to return to Stardom and to push forward. But I hope her and her family uh, are all right and that they will heal over time. I know how tough it can be to lose a family member. Um, but it is good to see her back. I am also very much looking forward to because she still has a title shot against Mayu Iwatani. I believe the 28th of September. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but she is due a title shot for the World of Stardom Championship, currently held by Mayu Iwatani. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that match. Shuri is definitely capable of dethroning Mayu. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Another thing that's been very intriguing. So apparently, we got a situation between Tokyo Cyber Squad and Oedo Tai that's going to be settled on the 28th, where they will have a match, and the losing team, or excuse me, if Tokyo Cyber Squad loses, they must disband forever. Um, to be honest with y'all, I have a good feeling that Tokyo Cyber Squad is going to lose. And I also have a feeling that somebody is going to turn on the other and join Oedo Tai. Whether it's, I don't know if it's going to be Konami or Jungle Kiona. My guess is probably, possibly, Konami may turn against Jungle Kiona and join Oedo Tai. Wouldn't surprise me. But I honestly don't see Tokyo Cyber Squad winning this. I really don't. Uh, to be honest with you, there's not really. It's just not the same anymore without Hana Kimura. It's just not the same. She's the original leader, founder. I just really don't feel like this stable is the same without Hana Kimura. So I just feel like maybe the time has come for Tokyo Cyber Squad to disband and go other avenues. Maybe some will go forward unaffiliated for a while, like Riho. Riho's still unaffiliated, but yeah, I don't know. Like you know, I don't know. Or maybe Konami might go back to Queen's Quest. I don't know. I just don't see. I don't really see Tokyo Cyber Squad winning. And when you think about it, there haven't really been many members of Oedo Tai consistently wrestling lately. It's mainly been Saki Kashima and Natsuko Tora. I don't know why Sumire hasn't been wrestling. It's been a while since we've seen her. Hope she's okay. But outside of those three, like some of the others, that were Oedo Tai, B Priestley, Jamie Hyder, like, they haven't been around, of course, due to the EXO crisis. But Oedo Tai had hasn't really had consistent wrestlers outside of Natsuko Tora and Saki Kashima, and maybe Natsu Sumire once whenever she returns or whatnot. So maybe adding another member of Oedo Tai, would be cool. It could be cool. I mean, I think Queen's Quest is pretty stacked. Donna Del Mondo's pretty stacked. Stars is pretty stacked with the return of Hanan. So I mean, I don't know, something to think about. I just honestly strongly feel that Tokyo Cyber Squad just isn't the same without Hana Kimura. It's just not the same. But I mean, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see who wins the 5-star Grand Prix tournament. It's been looking pretty good so far. It's still pretty tight. Still anybody's game. Um, then I want to flip back to WWE and talk about a couple of things that have been kind of going on. So, okay, the Retribution. Now, it's been said that identities have pretty much, been kind of revealed, in the background, and names that were mentioned, and when you look at it, it makes sense. But names like Mia Yim, Mercedes Martinez, I mean, you can pretty much look at their eyes and faces and tell. Mia Yim, Mercedes Martinez, Donovic Dijakovic, Dio Madden, um, and I believe Shane Thorne was also mentioned. So, I mean, those are some names. Uh, it's really gonna just come down to who is gonna be the leader. Who's gonna be the leader? Um, I don't see it being one of the names that I mentioned, but it'll be interesting to see who will be revealed as the leader. I have no idea who that's going to be. I had some speculation, maybe Tommaso Ciampa, but there's no telling. But it'll be interesting to see who the leader will be revealed as. But at least we got some names mentioned on who the members of the Retribution that have been doing the talking, the promos and such. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, the Hurt Business. They just added a fourth member, Cedric Alexander. So we got four now. MVP, Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley. Here's the thing, and this is mainly for Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Shelton Benjamin has mainly tasted 24/7 championship gold, and so has Cedric Alexander, even before he joined the Hurt Business. So this is the first time in a long time that Cedric Alexander has turned heel. I think the last time I remember seeing him heel was back in ROH, and that was, oh man, that was a good long time ago. Here's my thing. I really hope this eventually opens up opportunities, championship opportunities for Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Even if it's, shoot, it could be tag team titles. I'd be okay with that, but, I would rather them have singles titles because Cedric Alexander is worthy of a singles championship run. He was a great cruiserweight champion, and just with his ability and just what he can do, I have no problem putting him in the Intercontinental title or the United States title picture. Shelton Benjamin has seen both of those already. I still feel to this day he deserves to be a main eventer, at least in the world championship discussion or universal title discussion. Either one of those two. But I'm hoping with them being part of the Hurt Business will get them that kind of exposure at some point. Because those two, even Shelton Benjamin, still can go at the age that he is, and Cedric Alexander is just full of potential, full of ability, and can definitely get the job done in the ring. So I really hope that's something that they push. Maybe starting off as a tag team, but just something that will give them more opportunities going forward, because they've been deserving of those opportunities for a long time. Next up, Mickie James and Asuka. Honestly, that match really should have been saved for Clash of Champions. That should have been saved for Clash of Champions. And I know there was, a few missed spots, a few botches, but still was a pretty decent match with a very, very terrible finish. Now, they are saying that supposedly, like, I've heard a couple of different things. I'm hearing on one hand that Mickie James suffered a shoulder injury, like her shoulder popped or something like that. On another hand, I'm hearing she got a concussion. But honestly, just the way it looked like she was confused. It looked like Asuka was confused. Because, she didn't tap. She didn't tap out to the Asuka lock. And for a moment there, it looked like she reversed the Asuka lock into a potential pin. Or at least that's what it looked like it was trying to do. But she didn't tap. She never tapped out. So, and then with however way that, had to have been regulated to the referee, had to stop it as Mickie couldn't continue any longer, which, I don't know, they didn't really go into explaining what was happening, but no follow-up or anything like that. But, that match really should have been saved for Clash of Champions. And then now, enter, before I get to her, I really hope this isn't the last for Mickie James. I really hope it's not the last for her. I still feel like she'll get at least one more title run before she's done. I think she deserves it. I really do. I think she deserves it. Even if it's not a long, long title run, she deserves at least one last title run before she decides to call it quits. Now enter Zelina Vega. She has totally ditched Andrade and Angel Garza, and now it's her time to shine as a singles competitor. Now, gotta give her kudos for stepping up to Asuka, slapping her. Here's the thing. Folks gotta remember, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, she's a crap wrestler, she can't wrestle and such, and she's tiny and small. Folks gotta remember, she did a good amount of work in Impact Wrestling. She was Rosita, she was a tag team champion, teamed up with Sarita, aka Sarah Stock, and Zelina Vega, aka Thea Trinidad. She has some wrestling ability. She is a wrestler. She was never just a manager. She is a wrestler as well. So, if anything, I welcome to just see how she how she does. I mean, she's even wrestled Asuka before back in NXT. So it's not like she can't wrestle. You know, I just feel like, if anything, I have been wanting to see her get back in the ring for a long while because I felt like it would have helped the add on to the women's division, you know, to have more names in there. So I very much am happy about this. And it'll be interesting to see what else she can do, considering she has been training, you know, with some strikes and some martial arts with her husband, Aleister Black. So we may get a chance to see that. You never know. They spar all the time. So, I mean, give Zelina Vega a chance. I mean, she's not Lana. I mean, come on, she's not Lana. You know, Lana's someone with looks, but in ring, not really that good. So I mean, give Zelina Vega a chance. Like, I know she's small. You know, Bianca Belair had her way with her, but still, she is a wrestler. Give her an opportunity. Let's see how they build her up. You know, as she goes after Asuka. I mean, let's see how she does. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's something new. Or would you rather, you know, want to see Natalia again versus Asuka? I mean, that's great and all, but seen it a bunch. So it's something new. It's something new. Zelina Vega's going to be a singles competitor going forward. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. I like it. Um, Another thing with WWE. So I was I was kind of surprised. Like, they are really, really going hard on booking Dominik Mysterio. Like, I think he's been booked like a number of weeks in a row, and then on top of that, two back-to-back pay-per-views. Like, they are really booking the mess out of Dominik Mysterio. I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they are booking the mess out of him to get matches. He is getting it in. And not all just regular matches either, you know. Like, I mean, but hey, he's definitely getting paid. I give him that. He's getting his aid. But in all honesty, as it's starting to approach October, I just kind of wonder how much longer this rivalry, this storyline is going to go, because, you know, the word is, you know, Seth Rollins is going to eventually be prepared to get written off for a while, because he's got to, you know, go away on and make the time to prepare for the birth of his child with Becky Lynch. So yeah, I believe it was said to be around October or so was when he was planning on leaving to take time off to prepare for that. And you know, I would think he's gonna be gone for at least a decent while. So so yeah, we'll just see how that goes. It's looking like there may be a storyline developing with Murphy and Aaliyah Mysterio. Uh, but looks like it might hint towards maybe a face turn for Murphy. I mean, for the most part, Murphy hasn't really been a face. I mean, maybe when he first got to 205 Live for a short little bit, he was a face, but that didn't last long. That did not last long. So, I mean, hey, you know, first real face, first real legit face run incoming for Murphy, maybe? We'll see. I mean, they just turned Aleister Black a heel, so I mean, hey, it could happen. It could definitely happen. But I don't know. Just it's been kind of all over the place. And then we got Otis. I want to talk a little bit about Otis. It's apparently obvious that there's regret him winning the Money in the Bank. Because I mean, let's be honest. Look who else was in that match: Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Baron Corbin. Like, I really wanted Aleister Black to win that. But Otis. And now the word is supposedly the contract may have an error on it saying that it's a 2015 Money in the Bank contract. But I don't know. There was speculation before on whether he was going to be able to cash in towards a tag team title shot. But the fact of the matter is, this is probably the best thing that they can do to kind of switch things around. Because think about it. I mean, outside of it just being a failed cash-in attempt, I mean, who out there do you really have that Otis is going to beat? Because he's not going to beat Roman Reigns. You know? Definitely not going to beat Drew McIntyre. So, I mean, there's nobody really worthy or that would make sense enough for him to be able to cash in on and win. So, it would have to be a failed cash-in attempt. It would have to be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's a really weird situation. And I just feel like there's a lot of regret. There was a lot of regret in him winning the Money in the Bank. So, because right now, he's trying to play keep away from Miz and Morrison with the briefcase. But I don't know. It's just really weird. Really, really weird. But yeah. But and one last thing. It was said that actually two more things. I got two more things. So one thing, it has been said that before AJ Styles retires, he wants to be a tag team champion with Finn Balor. And honestly, on paper, if you book that correctly, they could be like a dominating, like year-long tag team championship reign sort of dominant tag team. I mean, and I think that's the way you gotta book it. Or at least close to that. I mean, these are two, you know, former members of Bullet Club, with Finn Balor being the original founder of Bullet Club, the original leader. So, I just really feel like if you're gonna do that, like, you gotta book it where they're a dominant tag team. Because on paper and even off paper, that's what they would be. AJ Styles and Finn Balor, like, for real, for real. I would love to see it happen. But being in the WWE and how Vince is not a fan of tag team wrestling, I don't see it happening. I really don't. I really don't see it happening. But we'll see. We'll see. Um Lastly, something that I wanted to mention in regards to AEW. First off, very happy to see Miro, aka Rusev, has signed with AEW. Very well deserved, and I have no doubt that they will book him and treat him well in AEW. I've also noticed that Thunder Rosa, who just had an incredible match at All Out against Hikaru Shida, will be defending the NWA Women's World Championship against Ivelisse. So, in that, we'll be defending, on AEW Dynamite, I believe. And just thinking about that, I wonder if there is some sort of long-term partnership going on between the NWA and AEW to really warrant this. Like, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be really cool. Thunder Rosa's legit. Like I said, she had a great match. She had, back-to-back great matches with Serena Deeb, and also Hikaru Shida. So I have no doubt that she can really make some noise in AEW, and just with her putting the title on the line, I mean, hey, maybe there's a long-term sort of cross-promotional partnership between NWA and AEW that they'll continuously take advantage of. Me personally, though, I still feel like New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW should partner up. I really do. I think that would mean so much for both promotions in the long run, because New Japan Pro Wrestling wouldn't have to really worry about a TV deal, because with the cross-promotional, partnership, they can have folks on AEW. I know that might be really difficult right now due to the XO crisis, of course, but I think it's definitely something they should keep in mind. They should really keep this in mind for the future, because I think it will definitely go a long way. So, yeah, I would love to see that. And it opens up other avenues as well. I mean, with the cross-promotional matches, AEW can appear on New Japan. New Japan can appear on AEW. And who knows, maybe they can include Stardom in that deal. I mean, Stardom is owned by Bushiroad, which also owns New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, hey, could really help the women's division. You could have yourself a tag team division at that. Shoo. For the women? Hey, you got mad options. And I just think it would really work out for both promotions, and they would even have a bigger leg up over WWE potentially. But hey, it's a thought. It's just a thought. Anyway, that's all that I have. What are y'all's thoughts and comments on the topics that I brought up? About Retribution, about Stardom. Is this truly gonna be the last that we see of Tokyo Cyber Squad? What y'all think about the Asuka Mickie James finish? What do y'all think about Zelina Vega focusing on her singles career now as a wrestler? What do y'all think about NWA AEW potential partnership? Let me know what your comments are on anything that I've discussed in this video. And thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody have a blessed day. And I'll see y'all soon.